Welcome back to the next video. This time we're going to talk about the offlane, and we're going to talk about an example where I've played Centaur, one of my most favorite heroes when I play offlane, and also one of the strongest offlaners right now in my opinion for the pubs. So first of all, if you play Centaur, I want you to think about how to kill people before the lane starts and after the lane. So I want you to run them down like I do right now. I'm thinking about going on the PL, but instead I find the Lich. Even though I'm very far away, I'm still running there because I know I get my stun off. And as you can see, you can move while you stun, and it's like a very big benefit that Centaur has right now. You can just run at people and you can stun and keep chasing them down, so you guarantee stun them. And whenever you get this off, like 80% of the times, it's literally a free kill anytime. Plus, in the laning stage, you're gonna have an easier time with it because you can outtrade your enemies and you can secure your last hits with the stun while you are moving at the enemy carry. In this lane, I'm thinking about like, yo, what items do I want and what do I need to buy to win this lane? I need armor, I need a little bit of stats, and I just need to like tank up so they don't kill me. Lich is dealing magic damage, but PL and Lich in combination is like dealing more physical than magic damage. So I'm thinking about like, okay, 2 ring of protections, 3 branches for the stats, and then I want to rush my Vanguard. And if I get the ring of protection, I'm gonna start spamming them with my spells, and that's what I'm gonna abuse every single time. And I will actually recommend you that as well. Whenever you play Centaur, try to wait for your ring of protection before you spam your double edge. If you spam your double edge, you need to sustain. You will not get the sustain without the ring of health. So just play it safe for now on level 1, level 2, or level 3 even. Just wait your ring of health, and if you get your level 3, then you can start spamming. But only get 2 points in your double edge if you play against a melee position 1 or a melee position 5. I will not recommend you going for it if you play against 2 range heroes. If you play against 2 range heroes, you can get a value point on your passive after level 1. Like if you're level 2, get a point in retaliate, and if they hit you, you deal them damage. And you're probably going to sustain it because you have the ring of health and all that stuff. So just think about this when you play on your lanes. Centaur is very strong if you wait the timings you have. And the strongest timing on this hero is basically 1 point in stun and 2 points in double edge. And if you get this, you can literally just spam him, as I do right now on the PL. You can just spam your double edge on level 3 especially, and he's gonna be half HP with like 2 double edges, basically, or like even lower. And as you can see right now, I'm trading very effectively, even though I don't have my ring yet. But I know they cannot kill me, so I'm just playing greedy. One more big point as well is whenever you play Centaur, I want you to place your courier on the secret shop so you can get your ring even faster. Place your courier at the secret shop at the start of the game, and you will see you're gonna have the ring on minute 3, like 2 to 3, as I do right now. Like I'm just having my ring, I'm just waiting my level 3, and then I'm just like spamming double edge on the PL. And I'm very happy. My Trin is getting the pull off, I'm very good with that. My Trin is like getting over there, I'm pulling the wave over. I'm just chilling. Like I want to help maybe my Trin a little bit, and I'm just chasing down here because I know I can get my stun off. And that's like the big benefit and the reason why Centaur is strong. The stun is just so broken. You just run at them and you can stun them while moving on them. I'm just chasing a Lich down from like a mile away basically, without boots, without anything. And I'm even getting slowed. So whenever you play Centaur especially, think about your positioning with your stun, but also think about your mana pool is very low. And my mana usage is like 100 per stun. Just think about it. Don't spam your stun too much. Use it whenever you get the like potential kill or potential harass that is like very effective. And one more big point as well. As a Centaur, it is very good to get the Lotus anytime because you can use the mana so effectively in the HP that you can like turn around any fight. And whenever you get it, you feel very happy about it. But yeah, as I said before, you want to get level 3 and then you want to start spamming double edge whenever you can. Because I am playing against a PL and I want to pressure this guy out of the lane. And it's minute 3.5 and I'm almost having my Vanguard. And you can do this every single game kind of. Like the best timings for Vanguard is like below minute 5. If you get it below minute 5, the lane is kind of over. If you get it after minute 5, it is still good, but you probably will not dominate the position 1 as much. But as you can see, I'm just like, whenever he comes close, I'm just like spamming my W. And I'm not doing anything else. It is not high skill or something. I'm just like playing with the benefits I have and the sustain I will get with my Ring of Health and the Vanguard later on. So I'm just abusing the fact that I can do this with the region I have. One more important thing as well is, if you get solo XP and your position 4 is like leaving the lane, as a Centaur, you want that when you get your Vanguard, especially because you don't really care. Like you will probably not die anymore if you have your Vanguard. So if you want to, you can tell your position 4, you can leave me if you want to, if I get my Vanguard. If you don't want him to leave, tell him that. It is important to communicate as an offlaner, and you should always do that. Communicate with your position 4. If he's not communicating, then just try to read what he wants to do. If he's like moving to the big camp, he's pulling, and then he's running middle and you see it on your minimap. Just play it safe, take your free farm, and no pressure at all. Like, you don't need to dominate completely. As an offlaner, it is totally fine to get a 50-50 and you will be super happy about it. I know a lot of people are saying you need to dominate as an offlaner, but I don't think so. You need to have a decent lane, yes. Maybe you get a very good, like, let's say 55% for you and 45% for the enemy, gold-wise, XP-wise. But in my opinion, that is totally fine. Like, if you stomping enemies, for example, it is very easy to fuck it up and you give the enemies an opportunity to, for example, to kill you, and you will lose your entire lead and the enemy's gonna get even more gold because of the kill streaks or whatever. So just think about it. Whenever you like dominate a lane, it is even easier to actually like get the enemy a lead because they killed your kill streak and you're gonna have even more problems. So always think about it. If you own the lane, you rather wanna fuck up the enemy position 1 by like denying a lot of creeps or getting him low so he needs to play scared, and later on you can maybe kill him. But you never need to dive tower, for example, just to kill the position 1. Because he's gonna be happy that he can TP back, he's full HP, and he's gonna pressure you instead because you lost a lot of resources while doing that. If you don't lose any resources and you're doing that, go for it. But for example, like right here, I'm not losing much. I'm just harassing him and I don't really care. I'm just like spamming everything I can because I know I can do it. And I know I have a Vanguard, he can't kill me. Even if he's committing here, he cannot kill me 1 by 1. It doesn't work. And he knows it himself. So yeah, I'm just like very happy chilling here. I'm like playing greedy, even though I'm very low. It doesn't really matter. The Vanguard is protecting me. And the only hero that can like kill me right now is like basically Lich plus Dark Willow. If they come together, I'm dead. But if it's like 1v1 like this, I'm super happy. Like, I don't care about anything. So I'm like very happy about this, and you should abuse this as an offlaner as well. If you get these times as an offlaner, take it. Be happy about it. Stop like crying or like telling somebody to come to your lane. Just accept it and let your supports do something else, win an auto lane or whatever. Because you are winning the lane just by existing there. You're getting your farm, you're getting your items, you're getting your experience. And that's what you should be happy about. There are some different heroes you can play that need a very good lane. The best example is a lot of people are playing Slara and like lower MMRs. And this hero is like very, very crucial if you don't win your lane. And if you don't win your lane as this hero, you will be kind of useless because this hero is just not good if you don't stomp your lane. But Centaur is not a hero that like needs to stomp his lane. It is very good, yes, but it's not a must. Like Centaur can come back very easily as well and like chill at any point of the game. But like right now I'm literally just like watching bottom because I'm thinking about a TP, or like if I want to do something, or tell my support, yo, can we just kill bottom and I can give you Stampede if I'm level 6 or something, and they do it. My mid lane is bottom, I'm like chilling top, farming, and I know the PL is in the top jungle of his side. So I want to either push the tower, or I want to hold the wave in this position where it is right now and just deny everything. Because I know the PL is not level 6 yet and his jungling is very, very bad. You can also see it on the top bar. His HP is very low because he can't sustain the creeps in the jungle without level 6. And I know this. That's the reason why I'm holding this wave right there, because I just want to fuck him up. That's my only job as an offlaner right now. I just want to annoy the enemy position 1 and I want to like just reduce his farm. Like, I'm not going to stomp him. It's a PL. He's going to get his farm at some point. But even if we are watching at the net worth right now, I'm pretty sure I'm higher net worth than the PL. I am. I'm top net worth. I have 1k gold more than the PL kind of, and I feel great. And that's what you need to do as an offlaner. You just need to understand your lane position, and you need to understand if it's good what you're doing right now or if it's bad. And in order how to understand this is basically, what are you playing against, what is your plan, and what is your timing. For example, Centaur, his biggest timings are level 2 or 3 to like harass the enemy carry, or like get points and you retaliate to sustain the lane better. Then you want your ring of health to like sustain even more, and then you want your Vanguard. And with the Vanguard you can decide if you wanna, for example, cut the waves or like pressure the enemy position 1 and like stomp him or whatever. But like, you just want to chill until you get your level 6 and until you feel strong with your supports. Like, you never want to do something alone kind of on Centaur, because you can't really kill, like, your kill threat is not that high. If you harass the enemy position 1, he's like half HP, you get your double edge off, and then you stun him and you get double edge off again. He might die, yes, but if you are not 100% sure this is going to happen, don't do it. Don't waste your time and don't waste your resources, because double edge is dealing damage to yourself, and you will see you're going to drop HP and you can't stay in the lane anymore. Your biggest goal as an offlaner is to stay in the lane, be an annoying guy that like fucks around with the position 1 and that just chills and farms his items for a certain point. My recommendations with the items is basically Vanguard into brown boots, and then you can decide if you want to go for face boots to dominate the lane even more, or if you want to go for the blink to like play with your team and like play active, or you go for the Heart of Taras build. and you just tank up and you will be this unkillable boss in the lane or in the game. Like you can just like run at people and you have like 4k HP at minute like 16 or something and nobody can do anything. I decided myself to go for a blink and I'm instantly using that. I'm using the blink, trying to like do something, helping my mid laner to like turn around the fight. If it's working out, it's perfect. If not, shit happens. And it doesn't work out. Thankfully, they fucked up. And I'm just like playing active with my team. If I die here, it is bad for me, but like still, my team is owning them and we're getting good kills. Like this blink dagger timing on Centaur with level like 8 or 9 is so strong and you deal so much damage. And you should abuse that if you have to like heroes for it. If your teammates want to kill something, definitely go for the blink and like pressure the enemies even more. Because with the Heart of Taras build, for example, you can't really pressure the enemies that much. And if they have like heroes like AA, Witch Doctor or Necroforce, they're gonna kill you even with the heart. So I recommend you going for the heart build only if you now they don't have a hard counter to it, and play active with your team. Like whenever you kill somebody or kill the enemies, you can like go back to farming with your double edge, or if you're like passive retaliate, you can even hit the jungle. It doesn't really matter because you can farm with one retaliate point. You can easily farm the jungle with your vanguard. But as you can see, I'm literally just pressuring the enemies because I want to be active with my blink, and then doing that. And after that, I'm going for the heart probably because I want to tank up. And I just want to like stay in front for my team. And that should be like your biggest goal as a Centaur. And overall as an offlaner most of the time, like not every time with all the heroes, but like most of the time as an offlaner, you are the tank boy. And you want to stay in front for your team, bait some spells, have a big ulti like Ravage or whatever, like anything strong that is like in front and like tanks and deals a lot of damage or stuns people. You want to wait your timings, you want to have it like kind of decent lane. You don't need to stomp it of course, but you need to get your creeps, and at some point you can run down the enemies with your teammates. And if you win like 2, 3, 4 fights, you're gonna see game is increasing even more and you feel so strong. Because as you can see right now, I'm just running around. Like I'm not doing anything else than running around, killing people, and it works out. And that's what you should do if you get your timings. Like I had a 12-minute blink dagger vanguard, so that is like the perfect time you can have. And like I can guarantee you, if you play safe on your lane, you just like take kills or like farm that you are allowed to get without like dying or feeding, you will get these timings every single game, and you can abuse that. Whenever I need to play offlane, I'm picking Centaur if it's available. So it's minute 21. I have a blink, I have a vanguard, and I have a Heart of Tarask. I have 4k HP kind of, and I can guarantee you it doesn't matter because I can still die. Like I'm so tempted to go there on these people because I feel like, yo, I want to kill them. I'm so strong, I want to just kill people. But I can tell you one thing, especially in pubs, it doesn't matter which role you're playing. If you play public games and you have a strong lead and you have strong items and you feel like, yo, I want to fight. If you're taking a fight on the enemy base or in the enemy terms and they're gonna turn around this fight, or you're gonna lose it because one guy fucked up or whatever, dude, you're gonna lose because people will come back, the enemies will get way more gold than you, especially if you have kill streaks like I do right now, and the game is gonna be so hard. And that's like the biggest problem in pubs. You wanna play games safe. Stop trying to go high ground or like try to finish the game. It's not gonna work, I can tell you. High ground is so easy to defend, especially if they have heroes like Arc Warden, Lich, Treant Protector, Phantom Lancer with Aghanims, or whatever. All these heroes that are defending high ground very easily can delay your games forever until they get the items. So I can recommend you, if you pressure the enemies, do it, but never try to go high ground at like minute 25 to 30. It is most of the time, it's just grief. If you don't know, you're gonna like guarantee get the Rex or something, don't do it. Even if you get the Rex and you all 5 die on your team side, it is very bad because the enemy is getting like 10 times the gold, and they're gonna have like the same or even more items than you. So if you can, take the rush, take all the tier 2s or tier 1s even before, and then just like smoke, pick them off, smoke, pick them off, kill somebody on the map, and then you can push. If like 1 or 2 heroes are dead on the enemy side, go for it. But if 5 enemies are alive, and even if you have Aegis, if 5 enemies are alive, do not go high ground. It is the most riskiest thing in pubs, especially if you have the heroes that are like not strong in the late game. For example, in this game with Void. And Void is most of the time not stronger than PL if he's not chronoing him. So the enemies have the late game basically, and they almost turned around this game as well. Later on, they're gonna like make a big comeback just because we were trying to finish this game and it didn't work out. We were like so pressured to like fight them, and in this position as well, right, like, as you can see right now, we're just trying to fight them. And we're dying on 3 heroes, even 4 because I think the Master had Aegis. So that's like already very bad. Even though we have so much more gold. They got like 3k gold just for killing me, Marcy, and Nature's Prophet. And that's like the problem. They will snowball off that, and the PL is gonna get his items. Even if the PL is 1 and 4, it doesn't matter. He's gonna win the game probably late game. He's just gonna make the game harder. Same as Arc Warden. These two heroes are so strong in late game, even though if they have this net worth, they can hold forever. So you just need to make sure you get your timings, you get the rush, you get a pick off, or like you take a fight outside of the enemy base, and then you go high ground. So never rush going high ground, especially in pubs, please. It is the worst thing you can do, and it's gonna lose you a lot of games. So here we are. The late game has started, guys. Phantom Lance and Arc Warden, they got the items. And that's like the problem because we tried to go high ground, as you can see in the mid lane. We tried to poke the tower, it didn't work out. The enemies were just like defending. We made the mistake, the enemies got more farm, more experience than us, and they just felt better. So that's a big problem. They have the late game, or like let's say stronger late game, and we need to play around it, because like right now we are weaker than them, even though we have 50 kills and like 8k gold lead. It doesn't really matter because the enemies just have better heroes than us right now. So we are on the opposite side where we wanted to be, because we could have ended this game if we just took the rush, then we picked them off, and then we went to high ground. Instead, we probably took the rush or like went to high ground instantly. And as you can see right there as well, we are dying in the mid lane, 1 by 1, the enemies are together, and we're just losing. And that's like the problem in pubs. Stop being AFK on the lanes. Like this Marcy died on the mid lane for like 2 or 3 times, and it is not good. But you should never start blaming him or something. Just tell him, yo guys, if you want to stay middle, let's be ready to protect him, or ward up there so he has vision. So he's like ready for it. But like I can tell you, whenever you are like at this stage of the game, people are usually killing you at like minute 40 to like 30. They're gonna try to kill you at mid lane. And this is gonna happen every single game, and you need to think about it. So, but the enemies are doing the same thing. They're going high ground. They're just doing this because they feel strong, of course. But we have 3 heroes alive. And they still have the respect. Even though I am dead, the Marcy is dead for 30 seconds, the enemies are still respecting it. You can see it in the position. The PL is only hitting, everybody else is like in the backline and very far away. Because they understand if they go on us, or if we go on them, and they fuck up once, or they're getting catch on a core, on a support, they might actually lose the fight. And they're doing this to like get pressure on us, and they know we're dead, of course, and they want to force buybacks, and if we don't buybacking, they're getting a Rex for free. But we don't really care about this Rex right now. Our only goal is actually to come back in this game. And how we did that is basically, we tried to pick them off, and it worked out, and at some point, they were choking as well. Like, as you can see, they're doing it again. They're going high ground without ages. Remember, without ages. I'm like chilling here. We see the PL running around, and we literally just, like, I'm just looking at the backline. I don't even care about the PL anymore. Like, see, yo, my team is going in. Let's go, go, go. We're getting a jump in the backline. Everything is good. They went too deep. They're all dying, and we're just making a comeback. And that's the problem with going high ground, guys. Never do this. Just try to tell your team, yo, guys, can we not take this risk? Can we just like take rush? Or like play the map, play it safe, farm the map, and pick them off if we can. Because if you're running into this 5v5 and the enemies are like more ready than you, dude, you're gonna lose. And this is exactly what's gonna happen here. They were cocky on the high ground, they died 1 by 1, and they were out of position with the supports. And now we're just running them down. And now we are going to do the opposite. Like we know 2 of them don't have buyback probably. The PL has buyback, but still, we're gonna force it, and we don't really care. But we're staying too long probably, and we might even die as well. Like it's like a back and forth play every single time, as you can see. Like I'm always like almost dying here because I'm just playing too greedy. But instead of going high ground and playing 5v5 again, and we're just going back. And that's like the big benefit you will get if you tell your team, yo guys, let's just play it safe, smoke up, kill them again, or take the rush, and then we can fight again. Because like right now we are just like very scared of fighting, because we know we don't have buybacks on some people, and the enemies don't have buybacks as well. So either team that dies right now will probably lose the game. That's why I'm checking rush right there, just to make sure maybe we get a chance to actually come back with it. But instead, the enemies are bottom again. They're trying to force us back, and they're gonna fuck it up. Even though I missed my stun here, we have a chill time fighting them because we know they don't have buybacks. And we have a good burst. Like whenever they show, we can just burst them with Chrono, with Marcy or whatever, and they might die. They will die. And We just have the better catch at this point. They have the stronger heroes with like Phantom Lancer and Arc Warden, but whenever they're getting like out of position or like getting catch or something, they will instantly die. It doesn't really matter what they do. And this is gonna like happen every single game, especially if you go high ground. It is the worst possible play. As I said, I'm gonna mention it a million of times. Pickoffs, smokes, Roshan, playing side lanes, and protecting your buddies on the mid lane, especially if they're getting ganked, because mid lane is the biggest lane that people will gank you. And we actually win this game just because at the end we kept ourselves calm, even though Marcy was pretty tilted, I think, in this game. We tried to like calm him down a little bit, and we actually made a comeback. Because of 2 or 3 chronos, we took the supports down, we picked them off a little bit, we got them off guard, and we just winning because of that. And you try to do this every single game. Calm down your team. Try to be like a lot smaller captain. You don't need to be the guy that says everything, but just like tell important things that you see. If you know better than your teammates, try to tell them. And if your calls or like whatever you're saying is not good, your teammates will actually tell you that most of the time if they see it in a different way. And if you feel like, even though they say it is bad, and you feel like, yo, I still think I'm right, try to ask somebody that is like better at you, or try to ask me in the comments about some plays, tell me the examples or whatever, and maybe I'm gonna respond to it if I got the time for it and answer your questions. So yeah, feel free to hit the subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you all for the support, and peace. We're gonna see us in the next video. Bye bye. Bye bye bye.